Alex's mom never let him out of the house to ride his bike without his helmet, and it was this helmet that saved his life.
Alex was riding his bike to school and was hit by a car.
That car tossed him across the intersection.
Witnesses say the impact of the car sent Alex flying through the air along with his pretty heavy mountain bike. When he hit the ground, witnesses ran to him. They told us that he was seizing and non-responsive.
Alex was quickly transported to the UMC Trauma Center.
When I received the call that Alex had been hit by a car, we didn't know the extent of his injuries, but my husband told me they were taking him to UMC, so we knew that we weren't dealing with, a broken arm. They were taking him to the highest level trauma unit, so we knew that we were dealing with some serious injuries.
Alex had a fractured skull and had suffered a severe head injury.
When Alex came in, he was nearly unconscious. He was barely responsive to stimuli, and the concern from the physicians in the trauma and resuscitation area was that he was not able to safely protect his airway. And so as a result of his head injury, even though he didn't have any significant bleeding in his head, they thought that it was appropriate and safe to place a breathing tube and secure his airway. So it was very clear from the get-go that he was critically ill.
He was in a coma for several days and slowly began to improve.
Alex was, I use the word lucky hesitantly, because he had a severe brain injury. He was on the ventilator and he had a seizure, so it's very clear that he was, critically ill.
They were attentive and there for Alex and for us. We had great nurses, great doctors. There were some scary times for us. We were told don't watch the monitors, which is really hard not to do. Alex, the worry was that his brain would continue to bleed and swell.
It took another day or two, if my memory serves me, for him to wake up because he had sort of an ongoing concussion as a result of his head injuries.
At one point, though, Alex couldn't even remember his own family.
And then I asked him, "Do you recognize me?" And he said, "I think you're my mother."
I think?
Yeah, which was hard. And so not in front of him. I didn't lose it in front of him, but later on I probably cried harder than I had cried the entire time, really, because it was really difficult to know that. It's okay. We put him back in school pretty
quick.
Yeah. We put him back in school almost immediately when he got home. Not for him to do schoolwork, but for him to be stimulated by
people.
Yeah, exactly. People, and he was welcome to do schoolwork if he felt like it, but didn't have to. But he was, half days. So we got him using his brain pretty quickly.
Older studies taught physicians to let the brain rest after a head injury. Newer studies show it's better in some cases to put the brain back to work quickly after recovery.
What some of the medical literature has shown is that that it turned out that trying to turn the brain totally off was actually detrimental to the recovery as opposed to a gradual return to activity.
Soon, Alex was back on his bike, even riding in the Tour de Summerlin.
And when I crossed the finish line, I felt so relieved and amazing.
And he's back in the pool. Alex has been an avid swimmer since he was just 6 months old.
When we first saw him compete, it was like he hadn't left the water. It was the greatest thing because he had not been in the water
for so long.
Mm-hmm. And then his first race, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. My technique was probably a little off.
No, it was not off, Alex. It was amazing, and we cried watching you swim.
He's come a long way since he left that morning for school.
he avoided catastrophic brain injury and avoided death by having the helmet on. And then UMC's excellent care got him to where he could recover. And then I feel that his being in excellent health got him the rest of the way. So we've got Alex. I mean, him very much our Alex.
Yes. I feel strong. I feel like I've kind of pulled through something that is big, a big endeavor. So for me to be able to be where I am now, I'm very grateful.